does run about 40 minutes. We're going to try and skim it down if we can. But it's a really, really great startup call for you guys. Just to introduce myself to Patricia. And is it Joe? No. Patricia? Jim. Oh, I'm Jessica Pellicciata. I am part of the leadership team here. I've answered some of your Voxers, so it's nice to finally see you guys in person. So welcome. And Judy, welcome too, officially to the team.
Thank you.
So Whitney and I have the pleasure of being what you call buddies in our company, basically. And what that means is that we are under the same leadership as Jess Potterton, but we are what you call sideline buddies, where we partner up and do leadership training together. And the great thing is that we don't do it for anything else except to work together and help unify our teams and make sure that everybody's kind of on the same path as far as their goals and alignment and same information that's shared. And I think that's one of the things that I love the most about this company is that, we work with each other regardless of a financial gain for each other. And I think that's just speaks volumes about the people that are really, really, committed to inspiring healthy living. They do this because of their passion more than they do it for a paycheck. And I think that's what drove me into this. But we do like our paychecks, that's for sure. We're not going to deny that. But just wanted to introduce myself. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm a mom of 3 boys, 11, 9, and 6. I've been with the company for about 4.5 years now. I'm at the senior sales coordinator level. And tonight we really want to just take you through a new distributor training, just to give you guys some tools. As you start to share the product, you're going to have questions like you guys have all been saying, where can I find this resource? Or how do I talk to somebody? How do I invite them to an event? Can I text this person? So we're just going to walk you through our new mission-driven model, which really should be your best friend as you get started, because all of the information is on this website. Whitney just brought it up for us. You can see it. It's so pretty. It's inviting. It's vibrant. I just love, the message that it shows you. And they've done a great job of narrowing down this information to make it a lot easier for everybody to navigate through. But before we get started, we wanted to just show you a quick video to introduce one of our new programs that's going to be coming out in December. The company is joining all of their programs under one kind of mission called the Healthy Living Revolution. So this is just a short introduction for you. So that is a little bit of what's to come in December, which I'm really excited about. It just gets me so excited that we're a part of this amazing revolution. And the focus is really going to be on, getting people healthy and less about a number on a scale or, the size of your pants. It's really going to be about this feeling and getting people to identify what healthy feels like. So I need to figure out how to get me on top because I keep looking over to the side here. Okay. All right. So what you guys are looking at is our new mission-driven model. And hold on, let me just go up here. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. So before we get started, though, I want to talk to you a little bit about our business model. So we are all working in network marketing. And there's three really primary elements when you want to think about how can you be successful in network marketing. And really, we are so fortunate that we have all three qualities that anybody would want to look for when they're looking to partner with a network marketing company. And number one, we have an amazing product. I'm not sure what everybody's background is on this call, but coming from the healthcare world as a dietitian, Whitney was in pharmaceuticals. I can tell you that, we have a product that is tried and proven. We have the only clinical research of any type of nutritional supplement in the world with over, 30 different research articles that are gold standard. 20 plus years of research has been done. We have millions of consumers, never had a recall, never had any type of claim against us. So we have nothing like anything else. It's real food. That's why we have a nutrition label on it. So one of the first things that I do when I talk to people about looking at any type of supplement or product is to flip over that label. And if they see a supplement label or a nutrition label, we can immediately tell them that our product is food because it has a nutrition label. And that's a great way for you to do a little quick analogy. When somebody asks you about it, is it food? You can say, absolutely, it has a nutrition label, just like a bag of carrots. The other thing is that it's the highest quality. And what I mean by that is that every batch of Juice Plus is triple batch tested, meaning that our capsules are, evaluated almost 3 times before they are put into our mouths to make sure that they are pure, to make sure that they're clean, to make sure that the ingredients listed on our capsules is what we are going to be ingesting into our bodies, and that it's bioavailable, meaning that it's going to be absorbed into our bloodstream and actually do what it's supposed to do, which is huge. Not a lot of other products out there can make that claim. So we are really, really lucky to have something of highest quality like Juice Plus. We also have number 2, why this is such a successful network marketing company is that we have a very good business model. Our compensation plan lets us, reach the top level of the company regardless of the person who brought us into this company. And this is what I think I love most is that you are rewarded on your efforts. If you do well in this company, that doesn't mean that you just bump up your sponsor to a higher level. What that means is that you reap that benefit first, and then it goes down to your sponsor, which is amazing. The other thing that I really love as a busy mom is that I might have a crazy month and I might not be able to give my business 100% attention, but whatever level I reach in the company in the compensation plan or the commission level, it's permanent. They can never take that away from us. So that is just great. And the fact that we don't have any minimum sales quota, we don't have to, buy product and ship the product. The company does everything for us. It's just a wonderful company to work for. I've been able to go to corporate and see and talk to the customer care people. They work for us, and our company works for us. We do not work for them. They have our back 100% of the time. And that's what you'll find when you start to talk to people at customer care is that they really do care about us. The other thing is that, you have unlimited earning potential. But what makes you get to that potential is you. Your sponsor is there to guide you along, to answer questions, but you're the determining factor of your success. And isn't that great? Because you're the one that is in control of everything. You're the one that can speak to people and get customers and build a team. Your sponsor's there to just cheer you along and help educate you on maybe the correct ways to do that, or videos to share, or whatever process might be helpful for you. But this is a self-development program cleverly disguised as a business. I can tell you, since I started doing this business 4 years ago, I've grown more in my own kind of way, as far as how I talk to people, how I listen to people. I've become a little bit more compassionate and empathetic towards people, because I've just have heard so many stories that just, take your heart and make it break, because they're just not having a great health experience, or they're desperate. And here we are, where we have this amazing tool that could possibly give somebody hope. So it has been an amazing self-development program for me. I'm sure it's going to be the same for you, because you're going to step outside your comfort zone a little bit. And I've already done that, and you're reaping the benefit of that. I can tell just by hearing it in your voice and getting the messages that you leave from me. The other thing is that, this is an even playing field. Even though I am a dietitian, that doesn't mean that you can't do what I do. We all have to talk to people, right? We all can share this product. I didn't get a formal training when I started, in this company. This is what we have, is we have information that we can share with you, but you don't have to, be a dietitian or a doctor or a nurse or anybody. You just have to be somebody that cares enough to open up your mouth and share this information with somebody that you think could be a benefit from it. The other thing is, there's no barrier. One of us can have what we want. I would encourage you guys to start dreaming big. Like, what are your dreams? Why did you say yes to this? What are your dreams as far as locking arms with this company? What are the goals that you have for your success, yourself? And the other thing is when you start to think about this dream team that we're going to talk about tonight, the people that you maybe want to do Juice Plus with, there really is no age limit when we talk about people that we want to invite into our business. There's no gender. There's no educational, difference. They can be a mom. They can come from different ethnic backgrounds, different countries. We all have the same underlying passion, and that's to get healthy, right? So don't ever prejudge somebody or think that they don't need to hear about Juice Plus, because the worst thing that you can do is, assume that somebody would never want to hear about Juice Plus because they're financially secure, or they would never want to hear about Juice Plus because maybe they can't afford it. You never know until you open up your mouth and share that with somebody. So the first thing that we want to do as you guys get started is when we look at our mission-driven model, the first bar says getting started. So we're going to click on that. And this is really a crucial step as you're getting started, because the key here is to develop your why, because this is what you're going to share with others. When people say, why did you do this with Juice Plus? You need to have a 1 or 2 minute kind of sentence that you can share with people that you're so passionate about that tears come to your eyes. And maybe that doesn't happen right now, but it's definitely going to be something that will happen over time. So when we think about your why, it's getting to the heart. Are you doing Juice Plus because of, your health matters? Are you doing Juice Plus because, you want a business? So this form that we're looking at, getting to the heart here, I want you guys all to print this out and fill this out and go over this with your sponsor, so that your sponsor knows exactly where you're coming from and can help you develop your why. I'll be honest, when I first started, it took me a long time to kind of nail my why down. Every time I talked about Juice Plus, a different thing came out of my mouth, and that's okay. But you really want to get more comfortable with sharing it. So print this page out as you go through it. You want to answer these questions. What is it that you want from this business to do for you? What do you want? Why do you want this? What are you willing to do to get it? And these are just some great things, for you to ask yourself. If you scroll down, you'll see, there's usually 3 reasons. Some people are saying yes to doing the Juice Plus business for financial reasons, which is great. That's okay. and other people are doing it for self-fulfillment. That was what got me into it. I had a son who had horrible eczema. He had asthma and he had a very bad peanut allergy. And I was on this crusade to get him healthy and not use prescription medication. I was tired of giving him Benadryl and prednisone, and I knew in my gut that there was a way to heal this baby. So I did it for my own self-fulfillment, never realizing the potential financially, or never realizing the fun that I was going to have and the people that I was going to have. So you might check one of these boxes today, and then a year from now, that may change. I check all three today because I want to do it financially. My goal is to get full benefits, and I'll show you about that when we get there. My goal is to put less stress on my husband so that he can pick and choose the projects he wants to for work. My goal also is self-fulfillment. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I left a job that I loved, but I was missing me. I was missing what I was doing. And this company has allowed me to bridge my passion of helping others through a great product, through a great mission, and to partner with amazing people. So I did this more for me in the beginning. I also wanted a chance for my kids to see me do something that could leave an impression on them. They get to see me help people get healthy, and it's so cute to see them come home and share with me, oh, mommy, have you talked to Joey at school? Because, he really was sick today, or I noticed he never has any fruits and vegetables in his lunch. Maybe you can talk to his mom about Juice Plus, or, whatever it is. If my kids are playing sports, they'll, tell me, give that kid some Juice Plus so he runs faster. So there's a lot of different purpose behind your why. You just need to really figure out what that is, because once you have your why down and it's rock solid, your belief in everything is going to be so much stronger. And another reason you might do this is fun. I don't know about you guys, but I get paid to go talk to people, to drink wine, to make smoothies, have cooking demonstrations. That's all fun things. And this is a fun company, and you should be having a lot of fun while you're doing this, because you get to pick and choose the people you want to do this with. This isn't somebody dictating to you that you have to have these people on your team or you have to do something. This is your business, so you get to have fun doing it. You want that positive people around you as much as possible. And maybe your fun is to have extra money for retirement, to go on vacations. We were fortunate enough that I was able to go to Italy, and that was on my dream board. I really, really wanted to go to Italy, and that dream came true last May. And that was something that I really worked hard to make happen. So if we scroll down just a little bit more, Whitney, here we go. Okay. So what is important to you about achieving the ideal you? Now, these are some really personal questions. So you guys should take some time answering these, and just, think about, what is important to you about building a successful Juice Plus business? Why is it important for you to accomplish this? Why is it important for you? And you're going to have many different reasons for this, and that's okay. But you want to have them written down, because when you have all this information written down, it's kind of like you're set. And if somebody asks you a question about why you're doing this, you can have 5 different whys. And that's fine. Just like this example that they give you, why is it important for you to make more money, to get out of debt, to stop working, to do things that you love? Whatever it is, it needs to be your own. And that's what's most important, is it can't be for your sponsor or for somebody else. It needs to be for you. So take some time to do this, and really think about the big why is, so you can be in control of your life and help those around you who can't help themselves. They know most people know that they need something, and we just have to love on them and be patient and expose them to Juice Plus at the right time. So this is going to be homework tonight. You have your first action step to print this out, get it written down, and then share it with your sponsor. So you'll find it under building your team and what is your why. I posted that on Team Freedom tonight. Hopefully you guys saw that, right? Yep. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to scroll back up to getting started. Okay. So this is the first step in the mission-driven model. So most of you have already done this. Like if we look at this first checklist here, you've all submitted your application. Hopefully you all have your website up and running. You know, and here again is a little bit about what are your expectations from this business? What is that you want? So that's going to be in more detail on that page we just described. Getting connected. So we have a lot of ways for you guys to stay connected with our team. Voxer is probably the most popular communication tool because it's a walkie-talkie app that you can just talk into and have instant feedback. It's one of my favorite ones. So if you're not on Voxer, talk to your sponsor and they can invite you onto Voxer. And if Voxer isn't for you, that's okay. We've got other tools for you. Our team Facebook group. So in this little page here, when you print this out, it's Team Freedom. That is our team Facebook group. So you'll write that down. And then your customer Facebook page is One Simple Change. So Judy and Jessica and Janine are all under my customer page of One Simple Change. And then Jim and Patricia, you're under Whitney's One Simple Change page. So we do share information, but you'll see that there is a couple different One Simple Change pages out there. You want to meet our National Marketing Director, Dwayne McCarthy. He is a guru for the Tower Garden, but he has also been in this business for over 20 years and is very successful. We just reached a milestone of 39 Club, which is a very prestigious level in our company. You'll get to meet him or do a welcome call with him through your sponsor, so you can set that up. And then the numbers that are listed here are really important. Customer support, that's who you're going to call if you have any questions about customer orders, if you need to change something, or if you're like, oh no, I put in an order and something's not right, you're going to call them. And then business support is if you have any business related questions. Maybe you're checking in on a promotion or you have a question about your own website. That is a number that you can call too. So important stuff to keep around. All right, so the next thing is to get moving. So if you look at this page, you know, you guys have all been in the business for a few weeks now, so congratulations. I've seen Judy at an event and Patricia and Jim. I haven't got to meet you yet, but maybe I will at a local event. But we have a lot of opportunities for you guys to invite people to events. And when I say events, an event can be a three-way call. An event can be meeting somebody at Starbucks. An event can be going over to somebody's house, going on a walk with somebody. It can be a Facebook event. It could be a live event that you maybe do a wine and wellness. There's a lot of different opportunities. Tomorrow night, there happens to be a Facebook event. Next week, there's a nurses call. There's also another Facebook event. So find out what these events are and see if it's something that you need to invite people to. And we're going to show you tonight about how you can invite people to these events. We're going to give you some verbiage that you can practice and help you kind of make it your own. But our home run of events, or the Super Bowl events, is our Juice Plus Leadership Conference, which happens twice a year. We just came back from St. Louis about, I don't know, a month ago, and it was amazing. But Anaheim is coming up in April. Is it the 19th, I think? April.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it's like the 19th and 20th. So if you really, really want to learn everything you can about this business and feel the connection and just get the big picture, I would do everything you can to get to this convention because this is what painted my future for me when I went 6 weeks after becoming a rep. And it has truly forever changed my life. So that is our next big conference. All right, so start using Voxer to communicate with your mentors. I know Jessica and Janine that are on this line, they Voxer me a lot, which is great. And it's a super easy, quick, effective way for me to get answers back to them versus texting and emailing. So it's a great tool for you. And if you ever feel bad about bugging your sponsor, you should never, ever feel bad about that. We want you to ask questions because then we know how to help you. So don't ever feel like you're bothering somebody or asking too many questions. That's part of this learning process. We all did the same thing, and that's totally okay to do that. Okay, so here we are. Complete your HLP in 72 hours. So what the heck is an HLP, right? So if you see this number 1 on the side, and there's 3 little households, Well, some of you may have a lot of goals right away, and you might be trying to work this marketing plan and, earn as much as you can and get up that compensation letter and commission levels. Well, if you are, the first step is your HLP. And basically what that means is that you're going to place your own order, and then you're going to place 2 more orders for people that don't live in your house. If you do 3 trio orders, like the example here, so the trio order is your red, your garden, your orchard, and your vineyard. That will get you to HLP, which gets you promoted to your first level, and you get your $100 commission or bonus. So that's kind of the first stepping stone that we like a lot of our team members to do. It says in 72 hours, the company gives you 30 days, but everybody does it in different time frames. So, that's a great goal, but you'd certainly have 30 days to do that. And then we're going to talk tonight about posting on social media. I know, Patricia, when you first started, you were really, asking a lot of questions about social media. And I saw such a shift when you went from that first week to now. So good job. You're a good, quick learner. And then you want to plan 2 events of your own. So those events can be what works for you. Some of you may not feel comfortable about having events in your house, but you'd like to invite people to Facebook parties, or maybe you just want to meet up with somebody for coffee. But you want to start thinking about what are 2 things that I can expose some people to, and tap into those resources and start thinking about the list of people that you want to invite to. All right. So moving, is that it? Yep. Okay. Okay. So next on this mission-driven model is building your customer base. Okay. So Whitney's going to start to take us through this, and then I'm going to jump back in. The first block that she's going to tap is the fast track. And, this is your choice. This is not what you have to do. But if you're somebody, like I said, that is really wanting to work up that staircase and get to the top of the commission level, when somebody first showed me the staircase and I saw that we could earn full benefits, if you go down to the staircase, where is it? I think it's, there it is. So this is our compensation plan. If some of you have not seen this before, if you go all the way down to the first step is the distributor, and that's where you guys are right now, okay? So that HLP that we just talked about, your order and 2 customer orders is the next step, the direct distributor with a $100 bonus, and that's where your next step would go. So when I first saw this, I saw, wait a minute, I have the potential to earn full benefits here. My husband and I both are entrepreneurs. We lost our benefits when I left my university job. And when I saw that, I almost fell over and I said, that's for me. I do not want to write this insurance check every month. We are too healthy. I want that money back in my family's pocket. So that has always been my vision since I saw that. So we get full benefits. We also get tuition reimbursement. We get life insurance. We get a very generous holiday bonus once you hit certain levels. So this is just to show you the potential and the big picture of the possibility of what you guys can do in this company. So Whitney's going to take us through how you can do this quick if you choose, or you can do it at your own pace. But we're going to show you the first step really briefly.
Okay, hold on. Am I unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so hi, everybody. My name's Whitney, and I'm excited to be sharing with you guys today alongside here with Jess. So I've been with the Juice Plus company around the same time as Jess, actually. And we've just had so much fun doing this business all along the way. I have 2 children of my own, and like Jess alluded to, I was a pharmaceutical rep for 10 years, and I just have absolutely loved making this shift to wellness and to health. And so instead of treating people once they were sick, I get to help people stay healthy. So just to give you guys a little bit of background on me. So what I want to share with you guys now is just a very, very high level overview of our marketing plan. There are a lot of separate videos where you can learn about the marketing plan. And I feel like you can do that kind of in a different time. And actually, speaking of videos, there are some great videos here. So if I go back, I just want to make sure you guys, let me just take a minute just to kind of give you a little overview of this website, because we've been kind of hopping around and hopefully you've been seeing where I've been going. But getting started is right here. And then you can see it's just building your customer base, creating the best customer experience, which to be honest isn't really going to be a focus of this call yet, because we're really starting with kind of just how to get started, even though some of you guys have already gotten started, it sounds like. But I'll give you a high level overview of that, and then obviously the building your team. So if you just go to building your customer base and click on this fast track, there are these awesome videos which are going to give you a little bit more detail and overview in terms of what does it take to get to each step, right? So my first step is number 1, and then I go on to number 2, and then number 3, and then number 4. But right now what I was going to do is I was just going to show you kind of at a glance what this looks like. So basically, Jess has already really kind of gone over a lot of this, but I just want you to know that this is here and get a sense for kind of all of the potential bonus opportunity that's available if you move through our fast track program. And the cool thing about it is like Jess said, we know success loves speed, and it's easier to go fast than it is to go slow, but you can go at whatever pace that you want. And I do absolutely love that about this organization and the way our marketing plan is set up. But this is going to show you kind of the fast track. And we always want to do fast track to sales coordinator. And the reason for that, as kind of our first goal, is to get you guys the highest commission level for doing the same amount of work, right? So sales coordinator is the highest commission level in our company. And so Jess and I are a step above that, but since we are at least sales coordinators, we make the full amount of a commission off of any new customer that we get. And that will always be the case. It's a permanent position. You never kind of go back down. So anyway, just to kind of give you a quick, I feel like Jess kind of already showed you step 1. I mean, it was so super, super simple. Healthy living plan, you get that $100 bonus. Awesome. And that's just almost like a little, like kind of fun little thing you go right on past. Our real first step is going to be hitting that 2,000 plus. Okay. And so in order to hit that 2,000 plus, you can do it a couple different ways. This shows an example of you basically just helping 3 other people complete that healthy living plan that we already showed you how to do. You can also, get more of your own customers and then help one other person get some of their own customers. But the goal is you need to get to 2,000 points. And I'm going to show you where you can see how much points each product is worth in a minute here. But really, again, they give you 60 days to do this. It's extremely doable as long as you just go out there and share with your heart and help people understand what Juice Plus is all about. You will find people who want to get started, who want to become customers, who want to become a part of your team. It's really about numbers. It's about making sure that in order to get 13 customers, you're not sharing with 13 people. It's going to be sharing with 50 people so you can get those 13 customers. So it's really about, just kind of throwing a broad net so that we can find those people that are really ready for Juice Plus. And then the next step, number 3, is going to be to qualify your business. And this really involves accumulating about 24 trio orders. And again, this may seem a little overwhelming in the beginning, but this is a stepping stone. I mean, we're going to kind of take this one step at a time, like the stair step kind of showed. And, once you kind of complete your 2,000 plus, then we shift to 5 new orders a month. That's kind of one of our team's new goals is let's just find 5 people. Let's change 5 people's lives. Let's collect 5 stories this month of people who have gotten started on the road to better health with Juice Plus. And then the last step is sales coordinator. And what I love about this is, you guys, everything I just showed you, you pretty much, in completing your 2,000 plus, which is really kind of the second step, I guess, you've pretty much learned everything that you need to do in our business ever. And then all you're going to do is you're going to, add to that. So you've already learned how to get customers. You're going to get more customers. And then you're just going to teach other people to do the same thing that you did. You're going to help other people complete 2,000 pluses. And that's really all we do, which is so fun. And all that's involved in completing a 2,000 plus is collecting some customers, happy customers that, again, you're collecting these stories where you're helping them get healthier, and then collecting team who's going to help us in this revolution that we're all a part of. So one other thing I want to show you that I think is really helpful as you are working towards this 2,000 plus, and as you are starting to accumulate customers and team, everything I just shared with you is on this points chart. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is right here at the top. And then what you'll see here is the points that are associated with each different kind of order. So a trio capsule, you get that 169 points. And for just an orchard and garden, you're going to get 106. So this points chart is awesome. I print it out. It is literally right above my desk. I have it on my phone. I can reference it. I love it because it also has the customer pricing for the customer installment price, the pay in full price, as well as the commissions. And the one thing I'm going to highlight here is, remember how I said that sales coordinator makes the highest commission level. So if you're a sales coordinator, you're earning $76.29 off every trio order, as opposed to in that very beginning, you're earning that $39. So you can see why we want you guys to get here, because for the same work, you're making almost twice the amount of money. So that's why we like to show that to you, and you guys can kind of get a little bit of a glimpse of what that looks like. So I really think, I think that's it. I think the cool, like Jess said, I think the one thing I want to reiterate here is learn as you grow. Do not feel like you need to know this whole the marketing plan can get a little complicated if you dive too far into it. You really do not need to know a lot of details. The main thing you need to know is that we earn money off of collecting customers, and we earn money off of building team. And the company really takes care of us to protect us and support us in doing that. You know what? I just remembered one thing I wanted to highlight, which is the bonus opportunity. And this is where I say the company really takes care of us. You have you have earning potential and bonuses of up to $1,800 if you're doing this fast track plan to sales coordinator. So that's in addition to the commissions that you're earning. And I think that's really cool. And one of the coolest things about these bonuses is when you help someone else complete a 2,000 plus as their sponsor, you actually also earn a normally it's a $250 bonus. Right now, they're actually, until December, it's a $300 bonus, which is awesome. And so they are protecting everybody, and they're rewarding even sponsors for doing the training. They're rewarding Jess and I for doing the training like tonight. And so I think the company really does protect us with our marketing plan. And I think you can be rest assured that you're going to be fairly compensated for what we go out there and we do. And then the last thing I'd say is, when we talk about fast tracking, I think it's important to recognize this does not mean you have to dedicate your entire life to Juice Plus. But what I would encourage you to do is get on track with doing some consistent activities on a daily basis. So it really comes down to just being intentional about sharing, being intentional about getting events on your calendar, and really kind of sharing. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Jess, and Jess is going to talk about how do we share? How do we create curiosity? So we now are excited, right? Because we know what's possible. We know we can eventually sometimes earn benefits. We know that there's $1,800 in bonus money that's waiting for us. We know there's all these stories that we can collect of people who are getting healthier because of us. So now really the rest of the call is going to be jumping into, okay, so what does that look like? And how do we go about really helping people along that path?
Great. So the one thing I'll add into about the reason that we show you guys that fast track is definitely not to add like stress to anybody, because I'm sure you looked at that and you're like, well, I don't know what any of these numbers mean, because I know I did too, but it's really so that at least you saw it for the first time and that you know that there is this potential there. Your sponsor, if you tell your sponsor, I want to do fast track, they'll keep track of your numbers and let you know where you are, just as a guide, never to stress somebody. What I always do with my reps is I'll say, hey, I just want to let you know you're close to this next step. I don't know if you really want to work hard. Like, not that you don't want to work hard, but I really want them to know that they're close to it, because if they want to go for it, I want to help them. But if I never let them know about that next step and the possibility for them to reach that next commission level, I don't ever want them to think that I held back or didn't give them the information for them to earn more. So we share that with you so that you know the potential, but not to be a stressful thing and not to say that that's the only way to do it. So it's just like a glimpse. And if fast track is your goal, then great. Let's connect with your sponsor and we'll map it out with you. But if it's not, we still love you and we're so excited to have you on this journey. So now let's talk about what Whitney was saying. Okay, so we're all excited, right? You guys just started in the company. How do I share on social media? Maybe you're not on social media because you don't know what to say on social media. Well, this is like my thing that I love, 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 love. So if you click on the social media tab, you have at your fingertips some great ideas on how to post on social media. And if you watch that video, we won't watch it right now, but this is a great video by Brian Rose on how to post on social media and what not to post on it. The one thing I can tell you is do not hard sell on social media. We do not want to say, you know, here are my capsules. This is Juice Plus. If you want more information, PM me and I'll get your order placed as soon as possible. We do not want to do that. We want to share. We are in the sharing business. So we want to share our experience. How are you feeling since you started Juice Plus? Why did you do this? You're excited. You know, somebody who just joined our team wrote, I'm so excited to be a healthy living ambassador. And all her friends were like, what the heck is that? I want to know what that is. Tell me more. So she stoked this curiosity out in Facebook world of people that she doesn't see every day, and they want to know what she's doing. So it's about getting the curiosity going, and people are going to start to ask you questions. Now, if somebody does ask you a question, what do? You immediately take it offline into a private conversation. If they're asking you about Juice Plus, what's in it, the pricing, you know, can I get more information? Sure, I'd love to send you some more information. I'm going to send you a private message. And you take all that conversation, you know, offline. But the biggest thing with social media is to show yourself living this lifestyle. Show the time freedom that you have. Show the healthy things that you're doing in your life. And also show the things that maybe aren't so healthy. You know, I recently, you know, was told, you know, Jess, you need to show more bullet holes. You need to show that you're not perfect. And I was like, okay, I'm going to show myself eating brownies and drinking wine and, you know, because I'm not perfect. But if I have an 80-20 rule in my life where 80% of the time I am, that 20% of time just shows people I'm just as real as them. So all these posts that you see here are all just great ideas on how to share on social media. So you can even like use some of this content and just make it your own. Put your own little personal spin on it. But I just love all those different posts that they have up there. Now, if you are struggling with what to post on Facebook, ask your sponsor. Say, hey, I'm thinking about posting this. What do you think? This is my content. This is my picture. Is this okay? And they will look at it and they'll give you their thumbs up, or they'll help you figure out a better way to kind of, you know, get that information out there. So social media is one of the ways that we're going to create curiosity. I will tell you that people today are more engaged on social media than any other method of marketing out there. I don't have the statistic with me, but it's like really, really popular. So you need to be on social media if you want to start to see some customers fall like into your life. The other thing too is the next one is scheduling of events. So if we click on that, here are just some different ideas about events. The first thing I want to show you is that if you go to the top, Whitney, there's an event planner. So you can open that up and you can kind of be organized, and all the events that are coming up on our team, you can write them on here so that if you're talking to somebody on the phone, or, you know, if you're out somewhere, you can take a picture of this or save this on your phone, pull it up and say, oh yeah, we happen to have an event tomorrow night on diabetes. Can I invite you? So this is a great way to kind of stay organized. Then next to that is my favorite thing. They give us verbiage. Okay. So this is the hardest thing when we start out. What the heck do we say to people to get them come to an event? You know, you're so excited, but you don't want to kind of like throw up on them with Juice Plus information, you know, because then they're going to be like, oh gosh, they're just trying to sell me something. But instead, you want to try and identify with them. Why would they want to come to the event? What are their health challenges or health goals? Or, you know, if you're having, for instance, this first one, you know, since I'm a mom, I love this one. And it says, you know, oh my goodness, you're going to love meeting some of my friends who have had the same challenges as you. So for instance, if I'm talking to a mom that maybe is struggling with getting fruits and vegetables into her kids' diets, I've used this one all the time. I totally understand where you're coming from. You know, I used to struggle with getting fruits and vegetables into my kids' diet. I'm so grateful somebody introduced me to an easy way to get all their nutrients in. Would you love to hear more information about that? I didn't say Juice Plus. I listened to what they were telling me and found out what their health need was. And then I invited them to something. So that's kind of the challenge when you're first starting, is not to say Juice Plus, Juice Plus, Juice Plus, but to listen to what they're telling you, ask good questions, and then always ask for permission. Can I invite you to this event? I think you would love the information based on the conversation that we just had. So here's some great verbiage. Make it personal. Again, get with your sponsor. If you're struggling with on what to say to the person, your sponsor can totally help you get this going, and really, really, help you fine tune it to yourself. But again, we have a lot of different ways that you can invite people and a lot of different events. So some people might not be able to do live events, but they can do a Zoom call. They can do a Facebook event. They can pick up the phone and do a 3-way call. So anything, anytime you're talking to somebody, it's considered an event. The other thing is, let me just make sure I'm not. Okay. I always say to my team, that is working in this business, and they always might say, well, I'm just not happy with where I got at the end of the month. Well, just realize that whatever you have scheduled on your calendar for the month is kind of going to dictate what your productivity is going to look like and your paycheck's going to look like. So, if you're not talking to people, if you're not inviting people to Facebook events, if you're not having one-on-one conversations, if you're not, engaging, then that you're in control of your own destiny. That was the first thing that we talked about, is your success is determined by you. So you can do as little or as much as you want. Just know that there's a lot of events out there for you to get tapped into. So the next thing that we're going to look at is, sharing your story. So if we click on that, okay. So this is really, really important. Sharing your story. So there's 5 questions here. So if you were to ask these questions, you're going to script your story based on these questions. What was your normal like before you added Juice Plus? And for some of you, I know, Judy, you're just starting out on the product now. I'm not sure about the Cunninghams, if you've been on it for a while. But for me, I was on the product for almost 9 months. My son's health dramatically changed. My health changed. I got off of reflux medication. My workouts went through the roof. My gum health improved. My hair, my skin, my nails. I had a story already developed. So my normal before I added Juice Plus is a lot different than my normal is now. For some of you that maybe don't have a story just yet, tap into our Monday night Cortese calls, or get on as many calls as you can, or ask for somebody to borrow their story. Because you might not have this captivating story, but you might have heard about a child who had asthma that now is doing great, or kids that eat fruits and vegetables that are, didn't but are now, or constipation. How many people do you know that don't go to the bathroom every day? We have so many people that can talk to you about how they're pooping, and they're proud of it, and they have no problem sharing that. So, you want to cultivate your story. And if you don't have one, you can borrow one or work with your sponsor to kind of make your own. Or you can just say, listen, I just started on this product. The reason I started on this was because I struggled in this area, and I'm really hoping that Juice Plus is going to help me overcome this health challenge, or whatever that might be. So this is a great page for you to get into. If you scroll down, you can read a bunch of these other stories. And these are some borrowed stories here that you can use. And these are real people. We also have our awesome clinical research that you can make a story out of as well. So definitely, take some time about, figuring out your story. And then text messaging. Very, very big right now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm rarely picking up the phone and having long conversations. I feel like I do a lot of my customer care, a lot of my inviting to events is via text messaging. You can take 10 to 15 minutes out of your day and just go through your contact list, go through your Facebook contacts, and send as many text messages as you can in 10 minutes. You will be shocked at how productive you've been, but how many people respond in such a short amount of time. The average person reads a text message in like 90 seconds. So most of them are reading it. It's what you put in that text message is going to get you the response that you want. So the biggest thing that we're going to do is help you guys figure out what verbiage do you say. So if you scroll down here, there's a lot of good verbiage here. And look, they even use my name. So here's an option for a new team member. If somebody maybe who's in the health world, or somebody that you just think, oh, they're very entrepreneurial, they have great people skills, I'd love to work with them. This is what you can say to them. Hi, Jessica, I'm really excited about something that I just found to help my family get healthy. And I thought of you because maybe they're health conscious. Like I said, Maybe they like to work out. Maybe they're, entrepreneurial. They love people. I thought it would be right up your alley. It's called Juice Plus. Have you heard of it? If you're curious, I'd love to send you videos so you can check it out. No pressure, just the facts. Let me know if you want to explore it, and I'll send you the link. I figured you would be just as excited about this as me, but if not, no worries. Just know I was thinking of you. So you can see we didn't hard sell them. We gave them a reason not to respond back. I've sent texts like this before to people, and they'll say, oh my gosh, thanks so much for thinking of me. I would love to learn more about this, but the timing's not right. Or they'll be like, really, me? Like, why would you want to work with me? So these are just some examples of some verbiage that you can use, but texting is a really, really great way to, take the pressure off of yourself. It's less intimidating. And we do texting blitzes on our Tuesday night calls where we'll just give you a script for an event that's coming up and say, here, send it to people. We'll help you kind of like personalize it a little bit. We did it a few weeks ago and we got a lot of great feedback. So again, ask your sponsor if you struggle with what to say to somebody. Your sponsor can help you figure out that text message and you can send it to somebody. It's really, really simple, but very effective. All right, so now we have all these ways to share, right? You've got social media, we've got events, you've got your powerful story or a borrowed powerful story. Now you're ready to start texting people because you know what you have to say. You're excited. You're ready to go. You got all these tools in your toolbox, okay? So who are you going to reach out to is the next thing that we need to figure out. Now, Whitney's going to take you through this, and I want you to keep it simple. Immediately think of 5 people that you want to share this with and write their names down right now because she's going to take you through a way that you can broaden that to even more people. All right, go ahead, Whit.
Okay. And you know what? I'm going to I think, Jess, I'm going to kind of cruise through this. We're getting close up here on 10 o'clock, and I know it's been a long day for people. So sometimes what we do if we have a little more time, but we're trying to get this, we are always trying that we feel like there's so much to share. Sometimes we like to give you time to actually do it, but just as I talk, go ahead and kind of listen and maybe start writing down some names. I think really the next step is we want to stoke curiosity in people that we encounter every single day, but we also like to encourage you to be intentional about those people that come to your heart, that you want to help, that you think, oh my gosh, maybe this could really make a difference for them. So, and it's really just a matter of not being, when we call it our memory jogger. And I'm going to just pull this up real quickly. But it's really about not being judgmental about who goes on this list. So we want to encourage you to just do like a brain dump, okay? So quiet those voices that prejudge, that say, okay, they can't afford it, or they wouldn't be interested, or whatever you might be coming to mind. Just put them down on your list, because the interesting thing about this is the people who you think will, won't, and the people who you don't think will. And so it's just best to just share and let the decision be theirs. We don't want to make decisions for other people. We want to offer this to whoever comes to our mind or whoever we want to share it with. And then it's up to them whether they want to learn more about it or not. This is an example of some things. But really what I like to do is just encourage you to go to your Facebook friends list, go to your phone, your contact list, your Christmas card list. Because many of us are getting ready to send out those Christmas cards. And just think of everybody and just do a big, big brain dump. And the cool thing about that is sometimes the person that you write down might not be a fit, but they may make you think of somebody who maybe should hear about this. And so I think, really our challenge to you tonight, we've got a couple action items. So the why, make sure that you really spend some time looking over that why, go over that with your sponsor. The next action item from tonight is who. So 5 names, like Jess said, we ask you to just pick 5 names. And those people that really stand out to you. I really like to, when you create your memory jogger, I really like to encourage people to think about who would you like to do this business with? Who would you like to buddy up with? Who would you have fun doing this? Who do you want to invite into our revolution? And I typically try and start with those people. And the reason for that is because those are the people that are going to help me impact even more lives. And so I like to get to them first, because oftentimes they might want to just get started on the product first. So it doesn't mean you necessarily go to them right away with the business, but let's find those people who we think might help us in this mission that we're on, help us in this revolution, share with them earlier than later. And then, again, I feel like we can make a bigger impact if they are the ones that are going to join us and link arms with us. So that's really the who. So 5 names. And if you can share with those people in the next 24 hours, that's an awesome start. And then once you shared with those 5, you just keep going. So you pick 5 more and you share with them. And then you just keep going, because with this business, what we found is it takes some time sometimes for people. It's a multiple exposure thing. And so we always used to call it the pipeline in pharmaceutical days. You just want to kind of keep your pipeline flowing, because you just, you're planting all of these seeds, and over time, some of them will harvest into things. But you just want to keep sharing with new people and keep sharing with new people. But start with 5. We think that's a really great place to start. So here's the thing, and we're just about done here tonight, but you've stoked curiosity. You sent a text message, or you posted something on Facebook and somebody was like, "Ooh, what's that? What's going on? I want to hear about it." Okay, so then what? All right. And that's what I love on this website. If you click on this product videos, there is organized by topic, awesome videos. So this is a great place to go. Most popular is a really great place to go. A lot of these videos are 1 to 2 minutes long, and you can go here. And the key is we want to share a tool. You want to either send them a video or you want to connect them with your sponsor. When you're really new, we don't want you doing this on your own. And the important thing is, even for Jess and I, actually, we don't do it on our own either, even though maybe we could, because we've heard a lot of this stuff over the years. But we want to use tools, okay, because they're third-party validation, and it makes what we do seem easy to other people, and it makes what we do easy. And so it's really, really important. You've stoked that curiosity. You've shared somebody. They are interested. Let's get them connected to a tool. Invite them to an event, a 3-way call, or share a video with them. I personally like to share a video first, and then I like to get them to kind of a live event. I think it makes people feel a little bit more informed before they attend an event, and they sometimes feel a little more comfortable with that. So that is just about it, really. The last thing really is just I wanted to draw your attention here to creating the best customer experience. So, we're going to share a product video, and then maybe we're going to get them on a 3-way call. And the important thing is, like I said, it's maybe going to be a couple different exposures. And our thought is always just, I want to say this, actually, this is really important. What's most important is I always go at every exposure when I'm sharing with a prospect with my goal is to educate you enough about Juice Plus so you can make your own educated decision as to whether this is a fit for you. That takes the onus off of me. All of a sudden you have the information, and ultimately it's up to them to decide. I think that helps them not feel sold. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I am truly trying to educate, inform, and inspire people. And that's what we want to stay focused on. And so as long as we keep that in our mind and we just kind of keep working with them until they feel like they have enough information to make that choice, then we've done our job, which is great. And then when we do our job and they respond in a positive way and they say, yes, this is for me, and yes, the timing is right, we have this next section, which we're not going to take time to go over, but this is awesome help to help you create the best customer experience for your new customer and turn them into a raving fan. And hopefully those raving fan customers turn into either great referral source for you, or they decide to join us officially in our revolution and our mission and become a part of your team. So what we hope today we've done, you guys, is really introduce you to a tool. Like we said, we could tell you all of this, but it's better to bring you to a tool, because then we're empowering you. And I think that's what we do every day with Juice Plus. So we empower people with the tools of our products. So I feel like we give people tools to get healthier with Juice Plus, fruits and vegetables in a capsule, Tower Gardens. These are tools for people. And our business is the same thing. And so what we brought to you guys today was a tool that is at your fingertips. I am constantly, from my cell phone, pulling up this website. It is tagged on the homepage of my cell phone. And I will say, oh, I got this prospect. They're interested. I go right here to this building your customer, and I hit product videos. And I'm like, oh, you know what? They're an athlete. Let me click on this. Which video might I want? Now, one thing here is I'm pulling this up and you're saying, oh my God, that's a lot of videos. Use your sponsor in the very beginning. Do not feel like you have to know every single video on here. Have fun, and you can do your own exploring, but feel free to text your sponsor in the beginning, and you'll learn as you go. Because as you share these videos, you then get to watch them and you learn as you go. So really, really, the moral of the story is use the tools. Don't try and learn it all on your own. Don't try and store it all up here. And use your sponsor as a really important tool as well. So I don't know. I'm thinking, Jess, most of what we have for today. Sorry, we went longer than we had. This is our second time doing this training, and we keep trying to figure out how to trim it down. So I know we went a little longer than we had expected. I appreciate everybody sticking with us here. I can stay on the line for a few minutes if anybody has any questions. We are really hopeful that you guys are as excited about, getting going and sharing and creating curiosity and inspiring healthy living as we are. So with that, I was recording this, so I'll stop that recording. And I will unmute the lines in case anybody wants to